Good evening to one and all. Welcome you all to the Ganesh IAS Academy's daily current affairs session for the date 30th as well as 31st July 2023 for the news which came in Indian Express newspaper. Okay, let's get straight into the today's current affair discussion. MP leads, that is Madhya Pradesh leads the pack as the tiger population surges in the overall country of India. So let us discuss first about the content of the news. Environment Ministry has recently released a report called Status of Tigers, Co-Predators and Prey in India 2002, which says that there was an overall 24% increases in the tiger population between the period 2018 and 2022. Right now the tiger population is 3682. And among the states, Madhya Pradesh leads the ranking in terms of number of tigers. Madhya Pradesh has 785 tigers and it has improved in the 4 years period by 50%. And Madhya Pradesh is followed by Karnataka, which has some 563 tigers, and Karnataka is followed by Uttarakhand, which has 560 tigers. Then Uttarakhand is followed by Maharashtra, which holds 444 tigers. The tiger governance which is being followed in Madhya Pradesh are deploying efficient officers and maintaining adequate staff and creating a buffer at core area, so that by maintaining a buffer we could able to reduce the human as well as the tiger interaction. Madhya Pradesh has also gives support to voluntary relocation of the community, those who are present in the tiger reserve area, by linking them with other schemes which are beneficial to them. So by linking them to these schemes which are beneficial to them, the people themselves, those who are present in the reserve area, are voluntarily relocating from one place from that place to another place, so that they could able to benefit under the scheme which they are entitled to if they are relocated means. And management at frontline. Example, Kanha Tiger Reserve have at least 50 prey per square kilometer. So we could able to see that if a tiger wanted to survive in a habitat means it need to have adequate amount of prey, so that it could able to develop it healthily. And mechanism to transfer tiger from one reserve to another reserve, from the reserve which is saturated, and a separate budget has been created for managing wildlife outside the protected area. These are all the important steps being taken by Madhya Pradesh to increase the tiger population in the area. As a result of this kind of activities, the tiger population has been increased by an amount of 50% during the 4-year period, which we have seen the first point. And the challenges what the report has mentioned is, for the tiger reserve, it is land fragmentation, mainly because of crop cultivation as well as infrastructure development and mining. These are the challenges being faced by the tiger reserves in most part of the country. Since the tiger report been released during International Tiger Day, let us discuss first about what does this International Tiger Day is about. It was established in 2020 at St. Petersburg Summit in Russia. To raise awareness about the decline of wild tiger numbers, and also what are all the potential benefit the ecosystem as well as the country as a whole could able to get from conserving the tigers. Second is 13 tiger ranges country came together to create TX2, that is the global goal to double the number of wild tiger by 2022. So during that summit only this decision has been taken by the 13 tiger range country, and it is being celebrated annually on July 29, the date on which the summit has been held. So this is what the detail about International Tiger Day is about. So let's discuss about what does this Global Tiger Forum is about. In 1993, an international symposium on tiger conservation in New Delhi recommended the formation of intergovernmental international body. As a result of which, in 1994, a Global Tiger Forum with its headquarters in Delhi has been formed. And the Global Tiger Forum contains a General Assembly, which is the highest decision making body, and it will be meeting every 3 years once. It was set up to highlight the objective for setting up of the Global Tiger Forum is to highlight the rationale for tiger preservation, that is the benefit that arises out of preserving the tiger, and providing leadership in conserving as well as preventing the tigers and enhancing their numbers. Then creating a common approach across the the member countries of Global Tiger Forum for the enforcement as well as planning of the tiger related conservation. Okay, since the news revolves around tiger, let's first discuss about what does tiger is about. There are 8 recognized tiger subspecies are present right now. First is Bengal tiger, second is Amur tiger, third is South Chinese tiger, fourth is Indo-Chinese tiger, fifth is Indonesia tiger, sixth is Javan tiger, seventh is Balian tiger, and eighth is Caspian tiger. These are all the tiger subspecies that are present across the world. Tiger lives in diverse array of habitats such as tropical rainforest, mangrove swamps, evergreen forest, grassland, savannas, and rocky area, and they could able to the tiger subspecies could able to survive on an area ranges on a climatic condition which ranges from minus 40 degrees Celsius to plus 40 degrees Celsius. So let's discuss about the Project Tiger, which is the reason why today we are seeing the increase in the number of tigers. It is the centrally sponsored scheme created under Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, and it is implemented by National Tiger Conservation Authority, an authority being created under Wildlife Protection Act 1972. To ensure the maintenance of viable population of tiger in India for scientific, economic, aesthetic, cultural as well as ecological values. These kind of different values are present in conserving the tigers. And the Jim Corbett Tiger Reserve in Uttarakhand is the India's first tiger reserve. Right now, there are totally 54 tiger reserves present in India. And what is BOMA technique is about? A technique which is also being implemented by Madhya Pradesh to prevent the mass death of tiger. So what is this BOMA technique? A technique which is used in African countries, it involves luring of animal into an enclosure by chasing them through a funnel-like fence. By creating a luring to the animal, the bunch of animals were made to run through the tunnel so that they will be reaching the place which the conservation official wanted them to reach. The technique is preferred since it does not require chemical immobilization of the animal involved. So for a particular animal wanted to get transported from one place to another place means they first needed to be chemically immobilized by tranquilizing or kind of anesthesia. But this kind of activity will enable a bunch of animal to get translocated from one place to another without chemical immobilization. So during that, if this technique is not followed and the traditional technique like chemical immobilization is being followed means there is a chances that the particular animal which is immobilized chemically could face the death. So in order to avoid such condition, this technique has been followed in Africa and it also been implemented in Madhya Pradesh. So this is what the BOMA technique is about. What we needed to study further so that we could able to have some clear understanding about the peripheral areas are, first we should know about the project Elephant as well as the project Cheetah, which is currently under implementation to conserve, protect as well as promote the population of the elephant as well as cheetah. Second is we should know about the tiger reserves that is present in India and its range of protection being given to the tiger reserve. Third is we should know about the wildlife sanctuary as well as national park and the difference between them. So these are all the other peripheral areas which we needed to know. Education in mother tongue is a key step towards social justice, Prime Minister of India said. So, education in mother tongue is initiating a new form of justice as said by Prime Minister of India. Confident it will enable students to grow themselves with confidence, as a result of which they could able to develop a skill and talent. This is what the Prime Minister has said during the speech. So the education through native language is promoted through National Educational Policy 2020. So let's discuss about what are the important provisions being given under the National Education Policy 2020. It ensures universal access to at all level of schooling from pre-primary school to grade 12, and it ensures quality early childhood care as well as education for all children between 3 to 6 years of age. Third provision is, it is important provision, it has created a new curriculum as well as pedagogical structure 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4, and there is no hard separation between arts and science as well as between curricular as well as extracurricular activities and between vocational and academic stream, which is right now clearly demarcated. Establishing national mission on foundational literacy and numeracy, so that the children's through this mission children will be able to get a clear foundation on the literacy as well as the numerical ability during the younger stage itself. So it will be acting as a base to enhance themselves to the greater levels. And emphasis has made on promoting multilingual and Indian languages. The medium of instruction until the at least grade 5, preferably till grade 8 and beyond, will be the home language or mother tongue, the regional or local language. And setting up of new assessment center, PARAC, Performance Assessment, Review and Analysis of Knowledge for Holistic Development of a Student. Then equitable and inclusive education, promoting equitable as well as inclusive education by giving special emphasis to the socially and economically disadvantaged groups. A separate gender inclusion fund and special educational zone, similar like the special economic zone, will be created for disadvantaged region and groups, so that the students or the children from those disadvantaged region could be able to have the access to educational system. Robust and transparent process for recruitment of teachers and accessing their performance through merit. Ensuring the availability of all resources through school complex and clusters. Setting up of National Research Foundation, which the central government has given a go ahead earlier this month. And the National Educational Policy 2020 aims to increase the gross enrollment ratio to 100% in preschool to secondary level by 2030, whereas in the case of gross enrollment ratio in the higher education including vocational education from 26.3% in 2018 to 50% by 2035. So these are all the important provisions being promoted by National Educational Policy 2020. As we can see that every provisions which I have mentioned in the this slide as well as the previous slide is either in the planning stage or most of the provisions have got a go ahead from the central government decision making authority. And let's look into the scheme called Pradhan Mantri School for Raising India. It is the centrally sponsored scheme developed. Why it has been implemented is the objective is for development of more than 14,500 schools across the country by strengthening selected existing schools being managed by central government, state and union territory as well as local bodies. The duration of the scheme is from 2022 to 23 to 2026-27, after which the states as well as the union territories responsibility to continue to maintain the benchmark being achieved by this school, and it is being implemented by Ministry of Education. So the crux is they wanted to raise the benchmark of the some 14,500 school which is being maintained by central government, state government, union territories as well as local bodies for the period of the 2022-23 to 2022-2026-27. So what we needed to study further is we should know about what does this Article 20A is about and what are the provisions being present in Article 21A. Second is we have to know about Right to Education Act 2009, and third is we should know about the Article 45 of Indian Constitution. So these are all the other things which we needed to know. Smart ideas for big cities. Cities must take a lead on climate change rather than simply reacting towards events like flood or other natural calamities. Instead of pursuing smart city, we should invest in rainwater harvesting as well as better drainage. This is what the content of the news is about. And the author has recently quoted the several events which has taken place, several flood events which has taken place recently, like Delhi, Ahmedabad, and Mumbai. And what he has said is, even though the flood flood has taken place even before the independence also, but the wrath as well as the damage it is creating now is very high when compared to those floods which was happened in the pre-independence time. What is the reason he has mentioned is unplanned urbanization, rise in population, rise in construction, loss of water bodies, and concretization of the urban areas. Rainwater percolation has reduced, as a result of which it is leading to storm water. So these are all the reasons being cited by the author for the climate related floods that is happening in the urban cities. He also given some way forward, which could be the reason and the way forward could be useful for the mains answer writing. First is, we needed to understand the nature of catchment area in the region and the flood risk of river in the urban areas. And this understanding of catchment area and the flood risk of a particular river needed to be linked with river lake rejuvenation. Second is, revamp and expand the drainage and stormwater network across the cities. Third is, there need to be improvement in the urban planning. Right now, if you are considering a particular city, means there are many implementing authorities. It could be the civic bodies, it could be the urban local bodies, it could be the rural local bodies, it could be either the state government, it could be either the central government, and so on and so forth. Many stakeholders will be acting to implement their own policy. So what the author has said, that in order to improve the urban planning, there have to be coordination between all the stakeholders and there have to be efficiency in planning. Fourth is encouraging the local participation, because the people, those who are present at the grassroots only, will know the grassroots problems. So by making them to be a part of the decision making, we could able to clearly chart out a plan where the local people will be benefited. So these are all the way forward being given by the author. Since the news revolves around flood, rainwaters, we should know about what are all the initiatives being taken by the government for promoting rainwater harvesting. First one is National Water Policy 2012. It incentivizes the revival of traditional water harvesting structure by the state, and it encourages rainwater harvesting to increase the availability of utilizable water in urban and industrial areas. Preference to urban as well as rural domestic water supply from surface water in conjunction with groundwater and rainwater should be given, etc. Second is Jal Shakti Abhiyan. Under the Jal Shakti Abhiyan, the Catch the Rain campaign is being implemented, where the campaign focuses on saving as well as conserving the rainwater Third is Atal Bhujal Yojana, which aims for sustainable management of groundwater with community participation and envisages people's participation through formation of water budgeting, preparation and implementation of gram panchayat wise water security plans. Similarly, other related events like the other innovative methods similar to the water budgeting, preparation and implementation of gram panchayat water security plans. Likewise, if there is any other innovative method, means it also to be encompassed. It also to be in that also the people should be made as a participant. The scheme is being funded by Government of India and World Bank in the ratio of 50-50. Watershed development component of Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchay Yojana to improve productive rain-fed as well as degraded land through integrated watershed management, and to strengthen the community-based local institution for promotion of livelihood and watershed sustainability, and to improve the efficiency of watershed project through cross-learning and incentivizing mechanism. Fifth is repair, renovate as well as restoration scheme. It is the centrally sponsored scheme, a component of Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchay Yojana Har Ghar Ko Pani, and it is being implemented by Ministry of Jal Shakti. From the heading, from the name itself, we could be able to know that it is about repairing the water bodies, it is about renovating the water bodies, and it is restoring the water bodies or blue infrastructure. Sixth is master plan for artificial recharge of groundwaters, prepared by Central Groundwater Board in consultation with states as well as union territories. And it is a macro level plan indicating various structure for different terrain condition of the country. And Amrut scheme, that is Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation. It focuses on development of basic urban infrastructure, especially water supplies and access to tap connection to every household in 500 cities. Eighth is Narega scheme, and under Narega it has the water conservation and water harvesting structure as the one of the activities under its natural resource management component. Ninth is Mission Amrit Sarovar. The mission is aimed at developing and rejuvenating 75 water bodies in each district of the country during the 75th year of independence. So what we needed to study further so that we could able to have some clear or holistic idea about the news is we should know about what are all the constitutional provisions being given to protect, promote or to resolve the dispute between the states or between the center and the state in relation to water. Second is we should know about the Air Act as well as Water Act, under which ministry they are coming and what are all the important provisions and who are all the persons or stakeholders being beneficial under the corresponding acts. Third is we should also know about the river system that is in India. It is available in NCRT geography book. So let's go and have a look at it. Fourth is we should know about the wetland in India and the Ramsar International Convention and how many wetlands have been declared as Ramsar wetland from India. These are all the things which we needed to know. apart from the details as well as the content of the news which we have discussed in the previous slides. Over 13 lakh girls and women went missing in a country in a period of 3 years. Leading them is Madhya Pradesh, where 2 lakh girls and women went missing. Followed by West Bengal, according to the National Crime Record Bureau data. Since the news is related to NCRB data, we should know about the National Crime Record Bureau itself. What does it mean? Why it is formed? When it is formed? It was set up in 1986 to function as a repository of information on crimes as well as criminals. Second, it was established on the recommendation of Tandon Committee to National Police Commission and Ministry of Home Affairs Task Force. National Crime Record Bureau was entrusted with the responsibility for monitoring, coordinating as well as implementing the crime and criminal tracking network and system, that is CCTNS project, which was started during the year 2009. National Crime Record Bureau launched the National Digital Police Portal, which allowed for the criminal as well as suspect to be searched from the CCTNS database. The Bureau has also been entrusted to maintain national database on sexual offenders and share it with the state or union territory on a regular basis. NCRB has also been designated as the central nodal agency to manage technical as well as operational function of online cybercrime reporting portal, and right now it is headquartered in Delhi. So these are all the functions or initiatives being handled by NCRB and its headquarters and the year of formation. And it is formed during 1986 from the recommendation of Tandon Committee of National Police Commission and Ministry of Home Affairs Task Force, as we have seen in the previous slide. And it comes under Ministry of Home Affairs. So these are all the details of the NCRB is about. Let's discuss about what are all the initiatives being taken by the Government of India to prevent such kind of illegal activities or abducting the women as well as children. First is Criminal Law Amendment Act 2018 to prescribe more stringent penal provisions including death penalty for the rape of girl below 12 age. Second is Emergency Response Support System has been created. What it is a single internationally recognized number 112 based system for all emergencies with computer aided dispatch of field resources to the location of distress. Third is National Database on Sexual Offenders. From the name itself we could able to know that it is the database related to sexual offenders. It will enable the agencies to investigate and track the sexual offenders across the country. And the government has set up Nirbhaya Fund for project for safety and security of women, for which Ministry of Women and Child Development is the nodal authority for recommending the proposals to be funded under Nirbhaya Fund. Ministry of Home Affairs has launched cyber crime portal for citizens to report any kind of abuse in the online. And one-stop center has been formed under Ministry of Women and Child Development to provide integrated support and assistance to women affected by the violence. A scheme for universalization of women helpline to provide 24 hours emergency and non-emergency response to the women affected by violence. Ministry of Women and Child Development, in collaboration with Ministry of Home Affairs, has formed Mahila police volunteers in states as well as union territories to act as a link between police and the community and facilitate the women in distress. And there has been increase in the usage of technologies to aid smart policing as well as safety management. And Ministry of Home Affairs has taken steps to strengthen DNA analysis unit in the central as well as state forensic science laboratory, so that the forensic science could be improved in India, which could be very useful for the law enforcement agencies to detect those criminals, those who are creating some mischievous things against women as well as children. So what we needed to study further, apart from the details which we have discussed above, is first we should know about the constitutional provision of fundamental rights against exploitation. Second is we should learn the directive principle of state policy of the Indian Constitution thoroughly. Third is we should know about what are all the labor laws which are present as well as in force right now to safeguard the women labor force in India. Fourth is we should know about the structure, function, working as well as the current achievements of National Commission for Women. Fifth is we should know about the international conventions related to women as well as child development and the women as well as child safety. Foreign portfolio investment buying spree continues, and investment nearly 45,365 crores has came in the form of foreign portfolio investment in the month of July. The reason why they are buying is because of the continued stability in the Indian economy for some period of time. That is the reason why the FPI has been pumped in India for the last 3 months. So since the news revolves around foreign portfolio investment, we should know about what does this foreign portfolio investment is about. It is an investment through stock exchange, that is secondary market, and also sometimes in primary market. And it refers to various kinds of financial instrument like shares, debentures of a company through secondary market or sometimes through primary market. There are 3 types of foreign portfolios. These 3 types will be considered as portfolio investment in India. First is foreign institutional investors. The investment by foreign institutions like mutual funds, insurance companies, pension funds in the foreign country, and the investment made by them in the shares as well as debentures are called foreign institutional investment, or those who are investing in the shares and debenture are called foreign institutional investors. Second is depository receipts. Company of a country can go abroad to sell their shares in the foreign capital market, and when the foreign investor buys a share of the domestic company, he is issued by a receipt by custodian bank of the particular domestic company. Such kind of receipt is called as depository receipt. Third is offshore fund. These are the money raised through offshore destination like countries which has low tax or no tax. Such kind of funds are called offshore funds. So these are all the important details about the foreign portfolio investment. Okay, let's look into what are all the other areas which we needed to study. First is we should know about foreign direct investment. Second is we should know about what is current account balance, what is capital account balance, what are the constituents of current account as well as capital account balance. Third is we should know about what is balance of payment is about. Okay, let's discuss about UPSC prelims question which was asked in relation to the news which we have seen right now on the previous slides. Okay, first is consider the following pairs. Dampa Tiger Reserve is present in Mizoram. The statement is correct. The match is correct. Gumti Wildlife Sanctuary, and the question is given as Sikkim, but the real place where it is present is Tripura. So the statement, second pair is wrong. Third is Sharamadi Peak, which is present in Nagaland. So the answer is C, 1 and 3. Second question related to right to education. Consider the following statement. As per the Right to Education Act, to be eligible for appointment as a teacher in a state, a person would be required to possess the minimum qualification laid by the concerned state council of teacher education. No, the statement is wrong. Why? Because it is not State Council for Teacher Education, it is National Council for Teacher Education. Sorry, it is NCRT, which will be setting the minimum qualification guidelines. As per the second statement, as per the RTE Act, for teaching primary classes, a candidate is required to pass a teacher eligibility test conducted in accordance with National Council for Teacher Education guidelines. Yes, the statement second is correct. Third, in India, more than 90% of the teacher education are directly under the state government. No, it is wrong. More than 90% of the teacher education is being under private institutions. Sorry, it is not the NCRT. It is National Council for Teacher Education. So statement 1 and 3 is wrong. So the answer is 2 only. UPSC mains question. The Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act 2009 remains inadequate in promoting incentive-based system of children's education without generating awareness about the importance of schooling. Analyze. 250 words, 15 marks. I want those students, those who are watching the current affairs session online, please do comment answer point for the question so that we could able to benefit from each other's viewpoint. The result of which we could able to grow as a whole. So please do comment answer point for the question which you are seeing right now on the board. Thank you, students. Please do comment, like, subscribe, share the Ganesh videos of the Ganesh IAS YouTube channel so that, and hit the bell icon so that you could able to receive the daily current affairs session video notification, and also any other important videos that will be brought to you in the future by Ganesh IAS Academy. Thank you.